In 2018, Mo Bamba recorded the longest wingspan in NBA draft combine history. He ran faster than a prime MVP Russell Westbrook in private workouts, and he was the main topic of the biggest rap song in the country. But now, we are 3 years deep into this Mo Bamba NBA experiment, and he's still riding the bench for one of the worst teams in the league. So, what happened? Remember to subscribe if you do enjoy my videos. I see those analytics, man, and there are a lot of y'all who are watching but just don't take the time to subscribe. What the heck, man? That's just rude. Texas Longhorn legend Mo Bamba would end up going 6th overall in the 2018 NBA draft to the Orlando Magic, which for most was considered very unexpected. It was terrible luck. Most expected either the Hawks, Grizzlies, or even the Mavericks to pick him up earlier in the draft because these teams had very little bench depth at the center position. Atlanta was starting Alex Len. Dallas had Dwight Powell. If Bamba was put in these situations, who knows what could have been, but that was not the reality that we lived through. To make matters even worse, Magic coach Steve Clifford had a reputation for not letting rookies get big minutes. Okay, that's alright. Year number 1 would be a year of development and learning. That's fine. But it would also be the year that Nikola Vucevic, who was once a 14 to 18 point scorer, suddenly emerged into an all-star talent. So Orlando had a difficult decision to make. Do you build around Vucevic, or do you keep Mo Bamba and give him the minutes and attention to actually let him grow as a player? Orlando decided to not even answer this question. They refused to commit to any strong path and instead built a very mediocre team that wasn't good enough to get high picks, but was indeed not bad enough to kill the development of the high pick players that they already had. It was an awful decision, and it affected Mo Bamba the most out of all the players on the roster. With the team going nowhere, naturally, neither did Mo. The team had their eye on winning, they were making the playoffs doing what they were doing, and so they didn't really see Bamba as a priority. In college, people would say that Mo Bamba would become the next Rudy Gobert, except he had a 3-point jumper to go with it. But Utah treated Rudy Gobert well. Slowly but surely, he adopted a stronger and larger role in the Jazz rotation, year after year after year. It was a long and tedious process, but look at where it got them. Utah has been a top 2, 3, 4 seed in the West consistently because of their patience. They took the time, and now they reap the benefits. Now, I'm not trying to convince anybody that Mo Bamba was a flawless player right off the get-go. He was overly ambitious on defense, he fouled a lot, and his 3-point shot just wasn't hitting in his first few seasons. In a stronger system, these weaknesses would have been seen as a testament to his limitless potential. They were evidence that he wasn't one-dimensional. Most big men have no shooting ability. Most can't even reach for the blocks that Bamba was going for, but he was doing it. Sure, he wasn't doing it great, but this was a window of opportunity that the Magic failed to capitalize on. Orlando was trying to win, and so they signed undrafted big man Khem Birch in 2019, who was everything they wanted. He was a one-dimensional role player with very minimal potential, but he could grab rebounds and set screens relatively well, while also making very little mistakes. He was the perfect backup center for Orlando's broken plan. So now, Bamba is 3rd string, backing up a guy who was undrafted. What is Orlando thinking? And that leads us into year number 2. His minutes only continued to dip, and he eventually decided that the only option to take was to take matters into his own hands. And so, when COVID hit and the season was cancelled, Bamba went out there and gained 20 pounds of muscle over the course of that in-between period where the season was cancelled. But of course, just his luck. Right as the season was starting to pick up again, he got COVID himself, and so he never got the chance to show off all his improvements in the bubble. And that leads us into present day. We are now 3 years deep into this Mo Bamba experiment, and usually in situations like this, I am the last person to hold hope for players that have been this disappointing for this long. I am very conscious of not falling into the hype, sometimes even too much. I don't want to get hyped about players and then when they don't pan out, be in denial. I don't like that philosophy. I hate that mindset, and I think way too many NBA fans with Twitter and the internet at large just cling on to these players, these hyped up celebrities. They're celebrities more than they are athletes, but Mo Bamba is that one player that I make this exception for. And why is that? Why is Mo Bamba that one guy? Well, I had to ask myself, what are the causes of him being a quote-unquote NBA bust at this point? And I think, sure, some of it can be chalked up to him, but the major reasons I could think of were 1, his team did not treat him right, 2, he had a lot of bad luck, and 3, he's had injuries. Mo Bamba missed 35 games in his rookie year, and he also missed 26 in his 3rd season. As we said before, he also missed that bubble period due to COVID in his 2nd year. Now, the Magic weren't really making any efforts to incorporate him into the rotation regardless, but I can only imagine that this fact made it a lot harder to do so anyways. But get a load of this, ever since the Magic have traded Vucevic to the Bulls, Bamba is averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks in just 21 minutes of playing time. In the 4 games this season where he has played over 25 minutes, he's put up averages of 17, 15, and 3 blocks. Plus, his fouls have been down as well. I know that this is a very small sample size, but we have known from the very beginning that Mo Bamba is a guy that can put up big numbers. Even in his rookie year, he was getting inhuman amounts of blocks and rebounds and even sometimes points. The man can score. So I really don't see this as anything out of the ordinary. I just see him finally getting the chance that he deserves. I know it's not uncommon for a player's situation that they are drafted in to really end up hurting their career, but I don't think we have ever seen a case as extreme as Mo Bamba's, and that's why I hold hope. Orlando has finally committed to a full-on tank, and hopefully this means that we will see Mo Bamba as either their starting center or their backup center for many years to come. I think that we are past this wasted portion of Mo Bamba's career. He waited it out like a man for 3 long seasons, but now, assuming he doesn't get into any injury troubles, I really don't know what's stopping him from being great. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Mo Bamba. Do you think he'll have a breakout season this year, or am I just a delusional idiot? It is very possible that I am. If you were the Magic, would you start Bamba or Wendell Carter? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. As a smaller creator, I genuinely do appreciate each and every subscriber that I get, and as always, stay safe out there.